Alright, we're getting this started. Stupid thing. Oh my god. Come on. Thank you. Sheesh. It still seems a little loud. You are? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. What are you so happy about, Necro? Oh, you can play Ark again? Nice. Does jackasses get removed from game? Yeah, let's turn the subtitles on. This must be the team from in the game. Or that developed the game. That or it's people. I guess you can actually find. Let's check this out. Oh, that's good. It's always nice when you find a server with cool people in it.
Oceanova was once in a lifetime. They're breaking new ground, making something meaningful. Mining methane hydrate frozen beneath the seabed. There's alternatives, but none so plentiful. It's clean and safe.
Oh, that's
Couldn't
good.
say no.
Sorry about your weekend, but someone had to draw the short straw. We've got a lot of updates to get through, but new suit, same rules. Give me a sec. Okay, instruments. O2.
That's nice. At least you don't have to worry about them even frickin'
Flares
getting on the server.
and thrust. Oh, Jesus. Here, you know the drill. You're stressed, panicking, breathing hard. Sensors tripped. As you know, your O2 burns down a lot faster under stress. Anyway, let's move.
This game is called Narcosis. It takes place under the sea. It's a horror game.
Let's see. Scrubbers, check. Temp, check. Lights, check. Camera, check.
There is also a what do you call it? VR version of this, but unfortunately I don't have a Oculus or anything like that, so. Yeah. Subnautica's a fun game. I like it. I guess you can't. That's a little different than what I'm used to. Are you able to see if my title and game actually match Narcosis? My title should say something along the lines of thalassophobia, shouldn't Never thought Thalassophobia looked so good. Thanks. Twitch was doing its usual thing on my end. When I update it, it doesn't want to update. Oh, that's not good.
Something's still not... Hold on a sec.
What the hell?
I need you to hit thrusters one more time. Whenever you're ready.
That was a little weird.
All good. Let's try it in reverse. Okay, target practice. Fire a couple of flares. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty cool.
Navsys, check. Thruster, check. Launcher, and check. Let's get out of here. Grab a little sunshine while we can.
Okay, so apparently back at the beginning, which I guess I can't go back to now. The little blinky thing should have been the should have been able to hit E on it, I guess. This is a little different than what I'm used to for these types of games, considering you're underwater and everything. Usually you're able to move around a little more freely. I think what this is a more robust diving suit than just having you be inside of a robot or some other crazy junk like that. It's just it's not really a mech. I think it's just a really, oh,
Welcome back, mon frere.
so you can kind of see it with this guy.
Hey,
It's a suit made for really deep dives.
come on. Let's get back to the hat. Robots all riled up. Don't want to miss that. I'll circle back with JJ tomorrow. Get this all wrapped up.
Okay, all I can do is look around now. I can't move forward or back or anything else like that.
10:02, February 2nd. We were 50 miles from the epicenter. But an 8 on the Richter scale makes that kind of distance irrelevant.
Oh, damn. So that's what happened. Apparently earthquakes underwater are worse than they are above ground.
Seeing this?
The shockwaves hit 6 minutes later, striking the south face of the hab first and hardest. 27 minutes in, with that kind of concussive force, even the sealed modules were compromised. After that came the ocean.
Oh, damn.
By 10:33, only safe havens in a sub or one of the suits.
Damn. Oh shit. That sucks. What the hell? Seriously? Happened so fast. Russ was here, now he's gone, and it should have been me. I'm usually on point, and if I'd followed protocol, or if he hadn't been so damn anxious to get back. Okay, dial it down. You're pulling too hard on the tank. Just look away. Can't help him anyway. Well, that sucks. That was really weird. This seems like it's going to be a little bit of a slower paced game than some of your other horror games out there, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Alright. Sheesh. A big old ugly fish. Looks like you can't get over there that way. Why are there weird noises going off in my ears? Hey, no worries, man. Like I said, as long as you don't abuse it. The
Check
blood
your
is definitely
gear,
broken.
Trust your training. It's one of the first things you learn. But the second they fail, you fall back on what you know best. For me, it's the list. This time, it wrote itself. Keep breathing, find others, and get the hell out.
The blood. What are you talking about? The blood. Ooh, look at that. My points thing. Oh yeah, it's... I've got to go through and I've got... Tomorrow and Monday are my off days. So I'm gonna go through and try to fix everything, like my points, my loyalty points and all the different stuff like that. Oh my god. That thing is huge. Yeah, you big giant thing. Get out of here. God. No, it doesn't. But those are not spiders. Those are crabs. I know sometimes the distinction kind of doesn't hit, but or doesn't make any sense. Oh, great. Gonna slide down. That's wonderful. Huh. Oh yeah, the one in Satisfactory is nice. It's got that darn, it covers them completely up with a cat. Yeah, I love that. Now I just need to find somewhere to get oxygen. Yeah, I kind of like spiders too. For me, it depends on the spider. Like, I like tarantulas, and they don't bother me all that much. And jumping spiders. They don't bother me all that much either. I like jumping spiders. But what is it? Wonder how deep that is. Ooh, that's pretty deep. I don't want to fall down there. The garden riding spiders. I don't know what they're called exactly. But they're the ones that have
When it's all bearing down on so many levels, it's gotta be managed. You can't shake the pressure. Just make your peace with it. Don't let it take the wheel.
That makes sense. With the kind of yellow looking spiders with the little line on their web, I like those. If I have them in my garden, I tend to leave them alone because they will eat wasps and stuff like that. And I would much rather have one of them spiders than a wasp. As for the most part, she'll leave you alone. Them wasps, you get anywhere near them, she may go crawl over into a hole or something. Them wasps are going to come out and try and sting you. Can't stand wasps. Especially them big old red mahogany wasps. I hate them things. Whoa. That was close. Oh no! That ain't good. I wonder if that's what I was supposed to do right there. I doubt it. Oh. Maybe I was. Gonna need some more oxygen here soon. Ah. So far there's been only one part that's really kind of sort of freaked me out, and that was when the guy died towards the beginning of the game. Oh my god. Weird deep sea critters.
There's protocol for everything. Has to be. Second guessing puts lives at risk. So it's best to stick to procedure, step by step. So with an all-hands call, you head straight for Compass 1. Try and reach surface from comms.
Am I ever going to reach Compass 1? At this point in time, it just seems like I'm wandering. Jellyfish. Oh, that's not good. First Rust, not Isra. I found her at the perimeter of Compass 1, too close for comfort. Like me, she was lucky. Out on EVA when the tremor started. Probably headed back in search of others. Or at least a little calm in the storm. Her visor was shattered, but her face, bathed in blue light, was quiet. If not quite at peace. Another sleeper in the veil. A plain, painful reminder of how little separates us from the elements. Something tells me this is all worse than I thought. It's a weird... Ah! Get off of me. Sheesh. Hello, Zahani. Oh my god. That was a big freaking thing. That thing was huge. I don't think there's ever going to be a point in this where you're not going to need oxygen. I'm doing good, Zahani. How are you? I gather you have our tater bug with you? Shot line. Ah. I am playing the new game that Veason bought for me.
From the outside, the structure seemed intact. So I figured whoever's inside might...
You mean
Maybe it's
T-A-T-E-R.
okay.
That's just weird. Whoa. That's not good. Watch this thing violently implode or something.
We ran all kinds of drills. You believe you know what to expect. But once I got inside, where it's familiar and you should feel safe. Even though I had to, those first few steps weren't easy.
Okay, that's just a suit. Thought somebody got ripped in half. Thank God that wasn't the case. And you're good, you ain't gonna apologize. Sheesh. Let's go check the other door first. I feel like I should. Oh Lord, that's not good. Methane's still flowing. Oh, God. That scared the crap out of me. That's probably what this game is going to mostly be, is jump scares. Yeah. Although, jump scares are only good to a point, and then after that point, it's like, meh, it's just another jump scare. Fishies. Where's that shrimp? Looks like a shrimp. Oh my God. Big old crab. I didn't need the chair up on the desk. Yeah, it's supposed to be scary. I mean, jump scares are all fine and dandy, but like I said, they're only good up to a certain point, and then after that, it's kind of like, meh. Oh well, just another jump scare. Oh my God. So what's this say? We'd all met long before setting foot down in Compass 1. ADS training, briefings, trust exercises. Dr. Liang asked us to call her Susie right from the start. She said it's easier to pronounce, but I'm pretty sure she just hated people screwing up her real name. She grabbed an O2 tank and breather before climbing into the ventilation shaft. Clever. There's no outwitting the ocean. After forcing its way in, it swept her literally off her feet and hung her out to dry. Well, that sucks. I wonder if somehow that little tremor that just happened, which that looks like a crab leg, may have moved that crab. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, if the worst I have to worry about are animals, killed it. Oxygen is conveniently placed. Oh God, here's another one. Let's not look at her, because apparently this guy can handle it. A loner and not so humble as to hide it. Conductor Bay held court up in the geology module. Looks like the hab walls swallowed him up and spit him out. You can see the look on his face, floor yawning wide open beneath his patent leathered feet. His precious papers fluttering all around. Mother Nature's a harsh mistress. And when she comes knocking, it's from every possible angle. That is kind of true. Mother Nature don't care. Why does it turn like that? It should be turning like this. Oh, great. Why are these... What the hell? This is not funny. Oh, great. No. Mama did. What is all this weirdness? And why is my frickin'... My gosh, that was weird. Dr. Pahlavi was first to reach the evac pod and got caught in the blast when it ruptured. In a sealed environment, flames burn hotter, propagating at an accelerated rate. Chemicals, confined spaces, oxygen-rich air. As a chemist, she understood the risks better than most of us, but that didn't keep her from grousing about how all the restrictions stymied her research. We each had our own challenges, personal and professional, and the HAB, but we're all in the same boat, only now it's a Viking funeral. Yeah, a Viking funeral. Kind of sucks. Yeah, Mom and Daddy did a good job. Daddy cooked the chicken and Mama did the mac and cheese. Well, bow tie pasta and cheese.
Reaching the surface was off the table, physically or otherwise. So it's simple. Hitch a sub to Compass 2 and hope others did the same.
I don't think this is going to be a very long game. I don't know why she would be. Oh my god. No. That's a little... Why? I should have known better.
Normally, the habs
Yeah.
are lit up top to bottom, all the time. A lot of the gear was waterproof. Some of the lights and monitors were still running. So it wasn't dark, but it's fading. Like the whole thing's on life support.
I have to keep dealing with those stupid things. Dude. Please don't do that. Oh. Stupid. Seriously. You need to quit now. So I no longer think that this is going to be just, oh, jump scares. There's a little more to this going on than just jump scares. Yeah, it is. Oh, God. Why? God. I know, right? Which is actually a better thing. They're actually doing a really good job of using the environment to kind of keep you on edge the whole time. Which actually then makes the jump scares actually work. There's one thing the crew didn't lack, it's overachievers. Isra had proven her mettle in rings all across Europe. Wasn't enough. Being better than someone else is one thing. At the top of your class is another. And defending a title can't possibly mean as much as earning it in the first place. She'd like to say that outdoing yourself is the greatest achievement, and maybe that's true, but there's no medals for that. Let's see if there was any other medals or anything like that. I didn't see any. So I don't think there were. Alright. There's some oxygen.
It's relentless. I mean, the isolation is unnatural. Little problems start to spiral. Any baggage you don't check at the surface comes unpacked pretty quick. Some find ways to cope, others struggle.
Wonder if I'm supposed to go into the bathroom. No, this isn't into the bathroom. The bathroom was demolished. Okay, I see, I see. big ugly fish. And there's nothing that way. That doesn't look good. One of those stupid squid. Uzor must have been right outside Compass 1 when the shockwave hit. Cut off and forced to make his way back in using service tunnels. It's hard to believe that something punctured his suit. The local wildlife tends to be docile, skittish. But all this heat and light and commotion has the whole place stirred up to survive these conditions. It helps to be as gracious of a guest as you are warm of a host. Which is to say, not at all. Makes sense.
Watching life go by inside the bubble is cruel. The ones that care get a head start learning to live without you. So the grief comes first, whether or not you're really gone.
Can you please stop grabbing me? Stupid squid. What are you trying to do, dude? Lyle lived up to his name, short, sweet, and simple. I don't know if he died from a fall, from the flooding, or something else. All just means to an end if he didn't deserve. Even with so many things that could go wrong 2 miles down, drowning wasn't something we really thought a lot about.
I've seen death before, but not like this. Up here, the impact's usually more abstract. This is intimate. It's like when you pass an accident on the freeway. All the possibilities run wild. But then a song you like comes on, or your exit's coming up, and you've moved on. Back to normal.
Makes a good point. What? Why? Seriously? Well, thank you. Sheesh. No. What? Oh, God. Why is this like this? Oh, well, thanks. Stinking thing. Oh, what the hell? weird. Why? Hello, Marianas. Whoa. Open up. Sheesh. Yes, VSIN bought this game for me. He was actually trying to sub to the channel last night, and for some reason PayPal and Twitch didn't want to let him sub. So he bought this for me instead. I told him he didn't have to. But I really, really appreciate it. I hope this did not just take me back around again. No, not this time. Why are you falling off again? Weird ass game. Sheesh. Thank you so much for the alert, Marianas. I appreciate it. What's going on? Okie dokie. Hello, Zahoni.
Hi.
What are you doing?
They're planning on 60, 75 once the whole thing's staffed up. So with just 20 of us, there's already this hollow quality. Like dropping by the office when everyone's gone for the weekend. Not a lot of time for recreation, but the options were there.
Why are you on a different side of the wall, dude? Oh my god. Spider crabs don't like you. Well, okay then. If you just like me so much. Penguin. So whose penguin is this? Ah. The time, the time between youth and old age is fleeting, but lately it's felt whittled away. Father left before I could stand on 2 feet. Mother was a shadow. In raising me like a son, grandfather defined my childhood. But loved ones leave. Bonds break, dreams fade. By the time we learn to live, it's already too late, he muttered as he gathered his things to go. I spent my childhood wanting to be older. Later, I wished we were younger. Now I'm here and time stands still. Not much. Nothing story defining anyways. I've just been
They're planning on
still
60,
wandering.
75 once the whole thing's staffed up. So with just 20 of us, there's already this hollow quality. Like dropping by the office when everyone's gone for the weekend. Not a lot of time for recreation,
Why are
but
you back?
the options were there. They did their best to keep us happy.
Go ahead and walk on by. Thing punched me in the back a second ago. Oh, great. Another one of these idiots. Why are you doing that? Good God. Sachs was serious about his own health as he was ours, but even between the endless work and the daily workouts, he always seemed tireless, wise and weather-beaten, like some sort of boxing monk. Even behind the ravaged remains of his kindly face, I could still make out some of that tranquility. I choose to imagine that he just sat back, let it all wash over him, rather than spend his final moments fighting against the inevitable. He probably did. Yes, the crabs are dangerous. The spider crabs, the large ones, their limbs can actually punch through the titanium suit that I'm wearing. Do not overload pump jets. Okay. Something tells me I don't need to fall down there. Guitar. Hey. That was uncalled for, Mr. Get out of here. That's funny. Got an achievement Rorschach test.
Stand by 5 more minutes. Repeat, we are leaving in 5 minutes. If you're anywhere in range right now is the time.
Why won't you just wait on me? This is so strange. Yes, oh, I don't know if you heard my answer earlier about the crabs, but yes, the crabs are dangerous. They can kill you. I had one punch through my suit. I turned around to...
In God we trust. Everything else gets triple checked. But so much diligence makes every aspect of daily life heavy. Each task or item, like getting into a suit or going outside, has an equivalent weight. So, for getting cargo or yourself over to Compass 2, the shuttle's the most efficient option, relatively speaking.
Oh, I would turn to walk away from it in that corridor just a little bit ago. And when I did, it just punched through the back of my suit, like through my back into my chest. Yep, it killed me. I had to restart. Well, not the whole game, of course, from like a save point that it gave me. See, those things will kill you. Those are the big ones. There's 3 of them down there. And squid. Great. Maybe when I open the door or something, it'll suck them all out. Decoy octopus. Where? I don't know what decoy octopus is supposed to mean. Just because the way I did something like that. That is true. There's something about being underwater. I guess because in space you kind of understand that there are no creatures there. You know, as far as our understanding is, creatures cannot survive in the vacuum of space. So the only thing you really have to worry about is making sure your suit doesn't get punctured or something. Underwater, there's creatures. And the creatures can kill you. A long 5 minutes. I guess if you mean that the game is kind of a long 5 minutes, then yeah. Well, to me, this really isn't like Subnautica at all. Because Subnautica, you're able to like really move around. If I look around with my camera, I can look around. The shuttle. Oh, walking through the corridors and everything, and how all the stuff looks like on the inside. Yeah. What is all this crap? Everybody got frozen or something. Yeah, that is true. I wonder if they'll all walk outside or something. Looks like they're maybe going to. Hey now. You stay away from me, weirdo. I don't think I want to go down there. Let's go up to F2, see what's
They
up
kept
there.
the heat up, but the weight and presence of the ocean, you can't shake that. Gets under your nails and becomes like your teeth are coming loose. And then at some point it recedes. You might not
Whoa.
notice that till you're topside, but it's always there.
Something killed the crab. Looks like something killed that one as well. Okay. No, go away. Get away from me. Stupid thing. Sheesh. I deal with big old angler fish coming after me. Talking about from the anglerfish. That is one big old fish. Oh, that's not good. There's a lot of blood in here. I need to get in here, get what there is to get, and get out. Oh yeah. I think I've seen that stinking thing.
So I did. Thought about giving up. With that much time to think about nothing, just about anyone would. Thing is, the suit's designed to keep you safe, even from yourself. Makes it hard to take the easy way out.
All right. Let's see here. Victor was soft-spoken, almost shy, but he couldn't hide the pride he took in every action and accomplishment. Although, like most of us, he rarely offered up information about his past. It's clear he came from money. We're most keenly aware of what we'd never had. I can't imagine how his family felt. Why do I always do that? I can't imagine how his family felt when he set out to pursue a career defined by backbreaking labor and relentless risk. When they learn of his fate, will they take pride in his many accomplishments or just pity and shame? Her name was Ares, but we all called her Malba. She was feisty, with a presence that belied her short stature, or maybe because of it. Although she barely came up to my chest, she kept us all on our toes. I found her in the galley. Like every one of us, she had a dozen jobs to do, 7 days a week, and not one passed where you didn't see her sailing in or storming out of that room, trying to keep all 20 of us fed. Whatever she's feeding now is probably close by. Nature is nothing if not relentless. That's true. That room was a little crazy.
Still, does it make it better knowing how bad things really are? The suit keeps out what you need to be afraid of. Only the fear's trapped in there with you, and it's thriving. So yeah, maybe you're safe and dry, but inside you're drowning.
Yeah, I can understand that. Alright. Looks like I can take this shuttle finally. Alright. Probably going to be some kind of giant squid or something that comes out of the darkness and just pulls me right off the place I haven't got to go to.
Signal received. We're headed back to Compass One. Repeat, we're coming back. We are coming to get you.
Eh.
You were prepared, but what happened next caught you completely off guard. Can we talk about that?
Where the hell did her voice come from? What? This is so weird. This must be what having the bends is like or something. Sheesh. Well, if we're walking out the door, let's just walk out the door then. Walk off into the distance. Looks like there's a city over there and a city over there, so we could probably walk to either one. Probably take a long time. Wait. Where the hell's the sub? The sub disappeared. Or shuttle or whatever. Huh. The hell? A tree? With a pond. I bet I'm supposed to jump in there. Yep. I'm supposed to jump in there.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I was hoping you'd talk about the moment when you realized that the ones you collided with were, in fact, the ones you were trying to save.
It was horrible. I mean, the odds of us finding them in the first place were poor. I sure as hell didn't expect to run into them. I don't know. I mean, I never found out who was in the other half of the wreck. Not alive, anyway.
Oh, God. Looks like some kind of shrimp. That does not look like a good idea to try to cross touching it. That looks like lava. Oh no. I don't want to go in here. I guess I have to. Oh well. Hey. Squid got chased off by the crab. Hey now. Ah. That's just great.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I was hoping you'd talk
guess we
about
won't
the
go that way
moment
this
when you
time.
realized that the ones you collided with were, in fact, the ones you were trying to save.
It was horrible. I mean, the odds of us finding them in the first place were poor. I sure as hell didn't expect to run into them. I don't know. I mean, I never found out who was in the other half of the wreck. Not alive, anyway.
There's some big old crabs. Well, they kept walking. What in the world? Sheesh. Good God, man. Yep, that's lava. Get off of me. I think you'll be alright. I think Google Translate will handle it just fine. Yeah, and that loot thing's broken too, I think. I've not been able to figure out how to get it to work correctly. See, when I click on the links for it, everything works fine for some reason. But when other people click on the links for it, none of it works. And I'm not sure why it's doing that. No. Why? I didn't want to be in here. Yeah, the link is not working correctly. I've tried to replace the link like 3 different times now to get it to work correctly, and it will work for me, but it will not work for anyone else. I do not know why. It's very annoying. This is weird. Why are you following me? Oh my God.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I was hoping you'd talk about the
Seriously?
moment when you realized that the ones you collided with were, in fact, the ones you were trying to save.
It was horrible. I mean, the odds of us finding them in the first place were poor. I sure as hell didn't expect to run into them. I don't know. I mean, I never found out who was in the other half of the wreck. Not alive, anyway.
Let's see if I can go this way this time. Ooh, 2 worms. Hey. Get away from me. don't you go on somewhere? Stupid thing. Okie dokie. Since that stupid crab is in the way, I guess we will go this way. Stay away from me, crab. Oh my god. I don't like all these big crabs everywhere. They're creepy. And I think this one's gonna kill me. Oh, thank God. Yeah, and he's probably gonna come up out the... So that one didn't come up out the sand. Stinking crabs. There's squid everywhere. Oh, great. Oh, looks like I made it out of the spider crab hole finally. Them things, man. Some chitter in my ear. It's bugging the crap out of me. I don't like stuff chittering in my ear. This is just great. Oh, hey, we're coming back to save you. Yeah, run right into
We
me.
were talking about protocol. By your own admission, there are instances where you didn't follow procedure. There's your radio and Cora. Granted, this was unprecedented. But as you said, second-guessing puts lives at risk. Do you think the outcome might have been better if you'd just followed the rules?
Well, it might, but there's no way to know that.
Are you telling me the whole time this fool ain't been using his radio? Because instead of actually trying the radio, he just assumed it didn't work? That's kind of stupid. There's one guy in the hab you really didn't need to watch. It's Kip. Tools, track time, and oxygen are essential for me. For him, it's just baked in. Figures he and the robot can get along so well. Man's a machine. A walking, talking metronome. First to every meeting, infatuated with numbers and details. Speaks when spoken to, but you get the feeling he'd rather everyone just shut the hell up and do their jobs. I knew a couple people like that when I was in the Marine Corps. Poor guy. Beneath that easygoing exterior, JB was a well-oiled machine, firing on all cylinders. Serious business. All four of us carried top-notch credentials as expert ADS operators. But JB was next level. He really came alive when poured in, out on a hike. Strolling side by side with JJ, swapping tall tales. I guess at least he died the same way he lived, in his element, doing what he loved.
So you're lost and looking for some way out of all of this. And really your only option now is the other habitat, Compass 2. And what's most unsettling to me is you're in this dive suit. You call it a walking coffin. I can't even imagine what that takes.
It takes everything. But when you're losing your strength and your senses, well, like I said, it helps you focus on what little's left.
Oh, God. Whew. That was close. What are you doing? Waiting? Aw, poor little Dumbo. The hell? lead you back to the freaking bookshelf. This is so strange. Why is there a grandfather clock? And it's going backwards.
Even setting that aside, so much about your ordeal is almost beyond most people's comprehension. Were you ready for this? Or were you lucky?
No luck.
You mentioned possibilities. Does a part of you wonder where you'd be if you'd never gone down there in the first place?
Not really. I mean, that kind of thinking won't get you anywhere.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Stupid thing.
I'm not proud of some of the things I did. But I'm not leaving anything out. I can't.
God knows how Dr. Vander Rohe managed to get herself into an ADS, let alone make it that far on foot. Even for those of us who get poured in daily, it's not exactly a one-man job. I found her about a mile from the crash site, a tiny lighthouse in a storm beacon to nowhere. But to come this far and not see it through, something inside must have broken down. Can't see why else she'd be sitting out here all alone. Another ghost in the machine. Stupid fish. Come on, let them walk on past. There we go.
The last day of 3rd grade, we drive down to the dock. She points at her watch, tells me, close your eyes. She puts her hand on my chest, says, 10 seconds. And then I'm falling.
God, some push you
I'm
off
gonna
in the water
drown.
like that.
I mean, I'm sure of it. She's shouting, not to interfere. 10 seconds later, her hand's on mine, pulling me up. The next day we go again. Only now it's 15. I'm up all night watching the clock, trying to count 20 on the dot. I knew so long as I, hold out. 40 seconds, 45, she'd come. And one day she didn't. My first thoughts, maybe I messed up the count. My second thoughts, I'm on my own. I open my eyes and the sun's behind her. But I know that shape. It's familiar. Arms crossed, staring down at me.
Somebody made him learn how to swim.
Anyway, by the time I climb onto the dock, she's already home.
That doesn't sound very nice. Oh my god. That's you, squid.
Methane is a greenhouse gas, one of the most potent. Other industrial disasters may have been more severe, but Oceanova was groundbreaking, like you said. It could be years before we know all the consequences. We might never understand the ecological impact. It was very expensive, and 19 people died. Like it or not, you're the human face of all this. So what do you say to your critics?
I believe in what we were doing.
But was it worth the cost?
Yay, Sahoni's back. Why are you in there? Oh, there, you stupid crab. Don't belong in there. Oh, great. No ID detected. That's not a good thing. Low power to lift. Alright. Oh my god. Whoever thought that up is just mean. That was a good one. Oh, they are? Well, it's almost 10 and I'm actually starting to get a little tired. thinking I may call it here soon. Like driving a forklift or swinging a golf club, after enough use, an ADS eventually becomes an extension of you, second nature, a matter of habit. He wasn't part of the dive crew, but Silas still managed to log hundreds of hours out on hikes. Not for fun exactly, just so he'd know he'd had. I guess it's a little like being stabbed in the back, seeing and hearing your suit system shut down around you, one by one. Which is worse? A slow death from a wound you can't see, or being betrayed by the suit with which you thought you'd bonded? Yeah, Who? Yeah, I'm starting to get sleepy. Yeah, once I start getting sleepy, I start getting yawny, and then doing this number and stuff, and that doesn't make for good content. And it doesn't really make for that good of a time hanging out with me. Overload. Okay. Overloaded. I wonder if it just needs to go up to 800 volts. There wasn't really anything that I saw, at least. Means 2 of these and 2 of these. Or no, 3 of these. I think 800's what it needs. Okay, so 815.
You're an engineer.
There we go.
You're a problem solver. You value logic and precision. You talk a lot about times, distances, values, and yet there were some challenges you couldn't solve.
Numbers are easy, it's people that are complex. Numbers bring things into focus. No gray areas to distract you from getting things into perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired and not thinking straight. But I am enjoying the game, so I am definitely going to continue playing it. We'll finish it up on Tuesday, and by then I'll have fixed a few other things on the stream. So, again, I do want to say thank you to VSIN for dropping that game for me, and thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. Necro, thank you for hanging out. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little too tired, and I don't want to be sitting here yawning in front of everyone. So, let's see. I think we're gonna go raid someone else from BSO7. The broadcasters, so they're pretty cool people. Of course, Gravy Time is also one of the members of BSO7, so I think that's who we're gonna go raid, because I don't really know anybody else. So again, thank you again, VSIN, for dropping that game for me. Thank you, Necro, for hanging out tonight. And thank you everybody else for hanging out and spending some time with me while we played some Narcosis. Apparently my title didn't change for some reason. Again, I appreciate it, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. See you later.